Hello and welcome back to this episode of Deathmark. In the last episode we were continuing to look around the abandoned love hotel when something weird happened. We met the Red Riding Hood and Hiro went looking for her and ended up being possessed, and now she's gone crazy, so that's a thing. Now we have had a little bit of break. We were discussing the things that were going on in the case, and I believe we are heading back to the masquerade. Time to get ready to head to the masquerade. Christie's results are written in my notebook. I should look over them if I need to. I think we already looked at Christie's notes. Yeah, that the reason it's not reported is because the patrons of the establishment were, of course, bigwigs. They were politicians and other really rich businessmans. Okay, exit is what we're trying to go for. Back to the masquerade. I didn't think it would go for 2 days straight, but it's sprinkling again tonight. Gotta set the mood for the investigation, huh? Mother Nature is just taunting me. As the time comes to get the search started, two figures finally appear. Hey, right on time. Did you get any sleep? Diamond looks exhausted, probably as a result of everything that's happened last night.
Hello.
Banshee! Oh, I like Banshee. Howdy, it's my turn today. Do this, we shall. Oh, I like Banshee. I honestly never expected ℏ𝕗𝓄𝑒 to come help, but he definitely has some spiritual powers. Yasuoka's judgment is on point. But more importantly, how is Hiro doing? She's stable, she's showing no adverse symptoms, but she hasn't regained consciousness and she's exhausted a lot of energy. Even being optimistic, it isn't good. At this rate, her life could be in danger. Is that so? I was prepared for bad news, but the situation sounds exceedingly dire, laid out like this. The problem is we don't know the cause. We suspect poison, but without knowing what kind, there's nothing we can do. Nothing worse. What's worse is we can't find a puncture wound for the ejection point. You can't give her serum? Isn't that normally what you give patients that have been poisoned? Diamond looks exasperated, or rather frustrated, as he shakes his head. So just try random antitoxin? Sure, if you want to kill her, go ahead. Even if we could get our hands on the poison, it'd take time to create the serum. It would be too late. So there's nothing we can do? If we just had some kind of clue. We look at the hotel, basked in a sea of neon. There isn't much hope, but we cannot despair either. Oh, that's right. Just so you know. Diamond looks over at me. There was no mark on Hiro's body. I see. Which means that the nightmare isn't starting again. I sigh in release, the frozen chunks of my fear in my chest melting away. I did some investigating on that myself, actually. I went to the warehouse last night. And what did you find? Nothing has changed. That ℏ𝕗𝓂𝓂𝓒e box was still sealed. Is that right? Phew, well, that's good. That's the first good news that I've heard in a while. Come on, you two. How long are you going to stand around and chit-chatting? Let's get going already. Right, sorry for making you wait. This is everyone for today, right? I hesitate for a second as ℏ𝕗𝓂𝓒𝓒e comes to mind. But this is all of us. Let's just get started. Good. Time to get a move on. He's so energetic that it's more worrying than reassuring. Why is Banshee this fired up? Just an FYI, old man. This place may be abandoned, but stealing is a crime. An ex-detective gave us the request if you do anything illegal. How dare you? I don't go around stealing things. I'm helping out of the goodness of my heart. Anyway, who cares about that? Let's get searching. Sounds like Diamond hit the bullseye. Banshee rushes ahead in the hotel as if trying to get away. As troublesome as ever. Well, he's at least reliable at times like these. By the way, Yoshiki, may I ask you to do something for me? No need to be so formal about it. If something were to happen to me, please move Hiru to another hospital at once. I've spoken to another doctor I know. Okay. Then if I start acting strangely, I'll leave myself in your hands, Diamond. Yes, of course. And what will we do if we're both done in? Good question. Guess it'll be up to that grumpy detective. Right, let's have him take care of it. Come on, we can't let that guy wander around alone. In we go. Wow, it's still fancy in here. Banshee's cheerful voice hits us as soon as we step inside. Maybe I can make this my second home. Oh, what's that glass cabinet about? Talking to himself, he starts rummaging around. I already warned you once, old man. We're not here to play. I don't think Banshee's listening. As Banshee putters around by himself, he reminds me of what happened to Hiru yesterday. We should stick together as much as possible. It's dangerous to go alone. Yeah, you're right. Hey, old man, are you listening? I have ears. He hears us all right, but clearly won't listen. Good grief. So, Yoshiki, you searched up to the 3rd floor yesterday, which means we should look through the 4th floor and above today. Yeah, that's right, but is there a problem with the plan? When we went up the stairs to the 4th floor, we just ended up back on the 3rd again. I tell them about the mysterious phenomenon we encountered yesterday. Are you sure you weren't just confused? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was real. Then we're in trouble. Is there no other way to the 4th floor? What are you talking about? There's a way right over here. Easy. Banshee unexpectedly butts in. What do you mean? That thing right there, see? Do you bumpkins not know what an elevator is? You bumpkins, that's such a cute word. Diamond lets out an irritated groan. Old man, you know elevators need electricity work, don't you? Do you think this is a hotel has any power? If there isn't any, then all you have to do is make it so that there is. There are devices that control electricity. I should know. I'm an expert. Oh really, is that so? Diamond sighs. He thinks he's lost the will to argue. Guess I'll just have to find the device thingy myself then. He heads off, and after I told him not to wander away from the others. I just asked you not to go off by yourself. Banshee, I'm begging you, stay. I don't get to finish my sentence. A spitting pain pierces my head and I fall to my knees. Oh gosh. Yoshiki, what's wrong? My head suddenly... Do you get chronic migraines? Do you have any medication on you? No, I don't think that's it. My head is just throbbing. A pulsing headache? If you don't have any medication, then icing is best. I'll go buy some from the vending machine. Sit here until I come back. Don't try to stand. You could fall over. I sink to the floor, unable to even reply. Oh gosh. Before long, Diamond returns with a cold bottle of water, but... Strangely enough, my headache completely vanishes while he's gone. It's hard to believe that a pain that intense would disappear so easily, but it did. Diamond doesn't seem particularly surprised when I tell him. No, it's not that odd. After all, we haven't clarified what caused the headache in the first place. I'm sure it's just an exhaustion. You didn't sleep much yesterday, did you? That's true. I can't exactly say I got much rest. When you're under continuous stress, it's possible to get sudden headaches. Once you get home, you should take a bath or something and relax. Okay, I'll try that. All of the common sense all of that's common sense, but it carries weight coming from a doctor. Ugh, by the way, Diamond looks around puzzled. Where's old man Banshee? Huh? I whip my head around searching, but Banshee is nowhere to be found. Geez, already? I give up. We don't need him, we'll find him soon. I hope he's okay. We'll find him soon. Let's hope so. I'm quite worried. But there's nothing we can do. We'll let him do what he wants. As long as it's a proper investigation, the detective should have no complaints. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's just go upstairs. See what we can find. Creepy mask. I realise I need my other hand for this. I put one hand on the bed and lean my weight on it. Was there nothing in here? The other room. Yeah, it's this room. I try pulling it, but it doesn't budge. I'll have to lift the bed a little more if I want to get it out. What do you think? Can you lift this? Well, I can at least hold it up. I'll just have to give it a try. Make sure you don't hurt your back. Good advice, Doctor. 1, 2, 3. We both lift the bed up together. I managed to drag the object out with my foot. I've got it. We can put it down. Phew, I worked up a sweat. So what did you find? Contraceptive. Yeah. Strange, it hasn't been found until now. Well, at least it hasn't been used. I assume it's a condom. Ugh. Have a look in the bathroom. No. Nothing of interest. I try pulling the elevator door. It moves slightly if I pull my weight onto it. It's impossible to open it alone, but if I had help, I might be able to force it open. Want to give it a try? Lend me a hand. Alright, I'll show you what I'm capable of now that I've gotten a bit healthier. On my count, 1, 2. We must have all our strength and try 2 or 3 times to force the door open. Then... Ooh, open. Whoa. There's the sound of something snapping and the door suddenly slides open. Did we break it? Maybe. It's probably still okay. But now we can search inside the elevator. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look. Manually opening the door with my hands and stepping in feels really weird. Diamond conscientiously closes the door once he comes inside. Doesn't leaving an elevator door open concern you? True. I think it's just a habit that I didn't think about. Still. Are those spider webs on the ceiling? More of the spider webs. I really can't be dealing with spiders. Yeah, looks like it. An enclosed area such as this would be a good place for us to spin a web. Now then, what should we check first? We should check... No. I can't be dealing with spider noises. I don't want to play with spiders. Is that a spider up there? That's 100% a spider up there. I'm gonna look at other things because I don't want to look at the spider. There's a small keyhole above the operating buttons. I peer into the keyhole. Oh, that's the elevator's fire switch. If you stick the key in and turn it, it activates the elevator even in emergencies. Emergencies? What kind? I don't really recall. I think it can make the elevator move without closing the doors. According to Diamond, normal elevators stop moving if the doors are broken. But stopping you needing to use it during an emergency, you need the key. This seems like a good time to use that. We did force the doors open after all. If we broke them while doing that, we might need to fix the fire switch. Still, you're pretty well deformed. I learned that during a disaster drill when I worked at a large hospital. We were lectured to prepare ourselves for anything that might happen. So that's why he knows so much. Do you have a key you think we can use? You should try it. I take out the magic key out my bag and check the keys on it. I find a small key that would fit the fire engraved, that has the word fire engraved on it. I stick it in the fire switch. I slowly turn it to on, but I can't turn it. It doesn't seem lubricated enough. If I try to force it, it might break. I think that's the right key, but you might need to put some oil in it. To me, some oil. Buttons. It's the elevator button pad. It has buttons for the 1st floor to the 5th. Going by how it looks from the outside, it doesn't seem to be broken. There are buttons for the 1st, 5th. I push one of the buttons. As I thought, nothing happened. Oh, I don't want to do. There's a huge, and it's never like small spiders. It's always huge, big ones with mouths and disgustingness and detail, and I can't stand it. It lists rooms numbers from the 1st floor to the 6th. So the VIP room is on the 6th floor. It's the only one with a different colour. Wait, is it just me or is something off? It is indeed odd. The buttons only go to the 5th floor, and yet the floor guide says there's a 6th floor. That is quite concerning. Maybe you can only get to the 6th floor by using the stairs. I don't think so. It says 6th floor has a deluxe suite. I've never heard of a VIP room that you can only get to using the stairs. That's a good point. They wouldn't have made guest of honor use the stairs. But then, wait, does this discrepancy mean? I suddenly remember how Banshee was fixated on the elevator, like he somehow knew it held a secret all along. Oh, Banshee, what you gonna do? In the end, we'll just have to try to get it moving. Huh? Get what moving? This elevator, like what Banshee was saying. Diamond stares at me, his face a mask of utter disbelief. You know Banshee has mysterious powers. Maybe we just need to bet on them. Though his idea has a huge hole in it. The problem is, how do we go about getting to move? Getting it to move. I don't have the slightest idea. I see now. I thought he was going to get irritated with me, but Diamond thinks about something for a while. Then he slowly starts talking. Yoshiki, to be honest, I've been given a lot of thought since then. A lot of thought? To what? Why we survived. One more, why the spirits were vanquished. I've been considering the reason. It's surprising to hear him talk about that. He speaks as if recounting something painful. The reason why? It's clear that nothing physical was behind it. I get the feeling they were vanquished for a more meaningful reason. Otherwise, the soldier wouldn't have crumbled just from one hit with a chisel. Which leads me to one answer. The fights we experienced with the spirits weren't actual fights. More rituals with certain conventions. Rituals? Yes, just like religious ceremonies, rituals that are presented to the spirits. A ritual is a reenactment of something. Obviously, it doesn't actually take place. but maybe going through the motions satisfies those on the other side. Then one purpose is accomplished. In our case, the spirit was vanquished. Then the mark disappeared? It's all conceptual, but it's convincing. It's a convincing argument, especially for those with personal experience. For example, we vanquished ℂ𝕙𝕂𝓃𝓉 with lipstick and a hand mirror, but we were essentially reenacting his memories of his mother. And if you define a ritual as a reenactment, then that'd mean our fights were rituals. I understand that, but how does that relate to now? What about the elevator? Does this require a ritual too? What about the elevator? We must fix the elevator, that much is clear. But perhaps we only need a ritual, in other words, go through the motions. So he's saying we need to perform some kind of ritual to get the elevator moving. It's almost like he's playing house. This isn't playtime. Rituals are serious. No adult would get excited over a groundbreaking ceremony. Ah, true. If this is the work of a being caught up in some delusion like the spirits, a ritual might make something happen. The investigation was entrusted to you, therefore I leave the decision to you. Well, of course we're going to start. New information was added to the spirit file. Repairing ritual. Let's read the repairing ritual. We notice something odd as we search the elevator. The guide says there's a 6th floor, but the buttons only go to the 5th. What could that mean? We might just have to try to get the elevator moving like Banshee suggests. But how do we do that? Diamond says something odd. That even if we can't really fix it, if we pretend to, aka perform a repairing ritual, that might work. That's his theory anyway. It's definitely true that I use the same principle to defeat the spirits by releasing them of their grudges. So it's possible it'll work. There should be clues to help us perform the ritual in the hotel. So I need to keep looking. Okay, so we need to look around again. Oh, I'm gonna look up here, but that is a spider, right? Oh no, is that wires? Okay, they're wires. I was thinking they were spider legs, but I think that's wires. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind looking at this now. I thought they was like giant spider legs. Oh, I already know spiders is one of the themes in this chapter, so I'm just waiting for them to be. I'm waiting to be disgusted by them, basically. There are cables coming out of the hole in the top. Looks like a light used to be here, but was taken down for whatever reason. Is that it? We just gotta go and do ritual stuff? Oh, we did. Masquerade wife. Oh. I don't really know where to go now, though. What floor are we at? We're on the 2nd. Maybe we go up to the 3rd floor? Perhaps go look around the 3rd floor? Maybe? When we return to the 3rd floor. This is interesting. Banshee is there. Okay, so yeah, it went off. He's appreciating the painting on the wall and mumbling something. What's so interesting about the painting? What are you doing? You aren't planning on stealing that, are you? So rude. Ha, even if I could tell this painting ain't worth a dime. I was just giving it a good look, see. These paintings seem to have a specific order to view them. You see, I'm gonna look somewhere else. Oh. Banshee disappears towards the stairs. Masquerade wife is a picture of a masked woman walking with a cane. I assume they tell a story then or something. Ew. Let's go into here because this is where Hero came out when she was like being weird. We already know this. It's empty. Dust coats the mirror, but spot. There's a handprint. Okay, so we already know all of this stuff then. Now where do we go? Can we go up to the 4th floor now? Go to the other room just to check. This room is still weird. Still not getting to that room. Oh. I see. Try opening it while pushing from another direction. Which direction is that? One not involved with it opening or closing, so from the side. Try pulling on the frame again, and I'll try out my idea. I pull on it again as I'm told. Diamond puts his hand on the other side of the knob and leans his weight against the hinge. Then, the door, which was stubbornly refused to open, now abruptly opens. Wow, it actually opened. Just a little life wisdom. I know this. My front door to my house is the same thing when it's a wooden frame door, so it gets warped in the rain, and then it's like hard to open, so you've got to like push it against it in a different direction to open the door. So, life wisdom. I live in an old traditional house, so I deal with my fair share of troublesome doors. Makes sense, you never know what's going to come in handy. There might be something inside. After all, this guest room seems different. Yeah, we should be careful. Go have a look-see. Open the door to the bathroom. Well, it looks like everything else. There's a shelf stuck to the wall. It's lined with hairdressing products, cologne and lotion. Some of the bottles still have a bit of liquid left in, but most are empty. I check through all the bottles on the shelf. I find a tube that still has something left inside. Maybe toothpaste? I look at the label. Got Vaseline. Well, that'll be a good lube for the keyhole in the lift. White petroleum? Huh. It's used as lubricant and moisturizers. Huh? Might come in handy. Got some lube. The toilet's sectioned off with the glass door. The wallpaper isn't particularly dirty either. It looks like it's been taken good care of. I go inside and flush the toilet. The toilet lets out a horrible coughing noise and spits up some black water. Yucky! When I look up, I notice something stuck to the side of the tank. Worn out talisman! We haven't found one of these in a while. When I pick up the worn out talisman, I feel a warmth flow through me. Oh, cool. We like a good worn out talisman. I was not expecting that, but I was expecting it last time we were looking. I knew something was going to happen. There's a bathroom sectioned off with glass. It looks like it has a rather extravagant bathtub. Ugh, shocked. When I shine a light through the glass door, I find trash lying in the bathtub. I step aside and dig around in the bathtub. I immediately notice a layer of large objects that look like a small log. What's this? I stare at it until I realize what it is. Got a wooden horse head. Great. Diamond seems shocked. You might be a little late to be saying this, but you really are impressive, Yoshiki. Impressive? Why? Oh my god. Ew. Someone needs to clean that. Get housekeeping in. Can we go up now? Nope, we're still on the 3rd floor. It's an object from the iron cover. I think it's some kind of electrical device. Oh gosh. I open the cover and peek inside. I don't know the actual name for it, but I find a device that looks like a circuit board. Is that hair? Is there hair all in that? That's disgusting. And of course it's broken. We'll have to fix this if we want to get the elevator moving. Just like the old man said, it normally doesn't move without electricity. Of course we don't have to actually fix it. So as long as we can get it moving. We'll obviously perform a repairing ritual. That's all we can do. By the way, Yoshiki. Diamond face pales further as he groans. This stuff's hanging everywhere. I think it's human hair. I told you it's hair. It's always hair. Sweat drips down my back. It certainly does look that way. Well, we can only ignore it for now. Yeah, good idea. Trying to put it from my mind, I reach out to the circuit board. Just then I notice something weird. What's that noise? When I hold my head close to the circuit board, I hear a faint buzzing. It's coming from the circuit board. Something might be vibrating inside of it. That's often the case with electrical devices. You're right, it's vibrating. Touching the case with my fingers, I can feel the vibrations. He was right, the board is vibrating. So that must be why... Diamond nods to himself. There aren't any spider webs here. What do you mean? Nothing. I'd expect this place to be covered with spider webs, like the elevator. It was strange to see it wasn't. It's probably because of the noise that spiders hate small vibrations like this. I've heard that's why they don't spin webs by motors or things like that. Huh. That sounds like a clue to something later that involves spiders. It's not really relevant. Now, what should we do about this? New information was added to the spirit file circuit board. Go. We find a broken circuit breaker. If we're going to do a repairing ritual for the elevator, we're going to need electricity. But how do we fix it? The breaker vibrates slightly and the metal whines. Diamond claims the vibration is why there aren't any spider webs. Apparently spiders hate things that vibrate. Well, good to know. On that note, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about what was your favourite part of this episode. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you. Bye.